I've suffered enough.
I've suffered enough. It's been years.
suffered.
It's been a decade of suffering. I've had my fill. It's time to just level up and marry.
Today we're gonna play Would You Rather Dating Edition.
Mm-hmm.
How is your dating life then?
Terrible. The worst it could ever be. Every time I think it's hit rock bottom, it then goes to the basement level. The bar is no longer on the floor. It is literally at -2.
I date the bag. I date the money.
I think I've been on some pretty bad dates, so I probably might see some of those scenarios in here.
Would you rather go on a date with someone who has bad breath or go on a date with someone who has really bad BO? Yeah, fam, I'm not lips with someone with bad breath. No.
Is neither an option? I feel like BO is like an aura. I feel like it's like takes up so much space.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you can smell that from like a long way off.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas bad breath, but then I have to be close to you, like if we kiss. So like.
I think BO is worse.
No, you can hide the BO, wear a coat, bare
And then they
layers.
take off the coat, then everyone's like, woo.
Yeah. I feel like BO means you're not clean.
Yes.
But bad breath, a date tends to be the very end of the day. So you could have eaten something a bit funky during the day. That doesn't mean that you're not clean. You just had garlic bread at lunch, which was a mistake if you knew that we're going on a date.
No, I'm gonna choose bad breath because I can't be dating someone with BO.
Would you rather fart on a first date or constantly have hiccups on a first date?
Hiccup.
Yeah, hiccups is kind of cute.
Yeah, like, no, it's not cute.
It's better than farting.
It was better than fighting. No, hiccups get annoying after a minute.
Imagine you're on a date and
I'm the type to fart on the date.
I'll fart and blame it on somebody else.
You're
There's
rude.
no way I'll admit that came from me. Somebody else is gonna have to take the blame of this.
Listen, the car window is always down because you don't know how loud it's gonna be. You can't take that
also
risk.
that. You can't take that risk at all.
Would you rather have a date next to your ex or have a date next to your parents?
I feel like if it was next to my ex, I think I'd probably be really distracted.
My ex.
Why?
You think I'm gonna sit next to? Nah. But if it's next to my parents, they'll distract me from popping over every 2 seconds. Like, oh, Adam, what have you ordered? Yeah. Oh,
Should we get that as well?
my ex will sit down there and stay where they are because they're ex for a reason. So they're gonna stay there. You get me? Nah, there's no way I can't. How am I supposed to be smooth when my parents are there? Would you rather date someone that live tweets your date or date someone that constantly takes phone calls during a date? Or like, as in like videos or like on like Instagram Live?
I guess like they're just tweeting, you say something, they'll tweet it.
I haven't live tweeted a date, but like I've done that thing where it's like, oh my god, I just met a guy and he just asked my number. I've booked a wedding for next January, and then
Next week
2
it's
weeks
over.
later, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
what happened to that guy? And it's like, we don't talk about him no more.
I mean, both are pretty shit.
Yeah. Well, rather have the tweet and then the calls still.
Would you rather go to a chicken shop for a date or go to a gas station for a date?
Chicken shop. I don't like the smell of petrol.
I like the smell of petrol.
You like? Ew.
I'm gonna say a gas station date because in my head we're going on like a romantic road trip and we've stopped at the gas station.
Okay, no. What's happened is they picked
don't
you up
ruin
and they've
it.
just gone down to the petrol station down the road.
Listen, I'm not having lunch at the Shell garage, so like.
And you know the type of weirdos at the gas station?
Yeah, but the people at the chicken shop.
Oh yeah.
So chicken shop it is. We don't drive. So.
I don't drive.
Moving on.
Would you rather date somebody that always talks about their ex or date somebody that keeps their ex's secret?
But I have like a pet peeve for people who talk about their ex to people they're currently dating. Like, I don't know why you think that I need to know about everything, because that tells me that you're not over it.
I'd rather know about the ex, you know.
But they
That's
never
what-
shut up about the ex.
Ooh.
Like every day. You do something, they're like, oh, my ex used to do that.
But then keeping an ex a secret makes me think you're being shady and that you're the reason it probably ended and that you did something
Yeah,
dodgy.
because you kept them a secret because you don't want me to find out what you
Oh,
did.
can you not have a happy medium?
So I think.
Talk about your ex, just not like over the top.
I don't know, you know. That's a hard one.
I think I'd rather the secret ex because then like you don't know what you don't know can't hurt.
Would you rather date a gangster or date someone that cries when their team loses a game?
A gangster, obviously. I can't go against my thing, you get me? So, gangster.
People that cry when their team loses, honestly, I'm embarrassed for you. I lose all respect. I can't look at you the same if you're crying because your team has lost. Are you in the team? Are they paying you? Are they paying you?
Would you rather fall in love with someone that can't dress or fall in love with someone who always gets bad haircuts?
That's tricky. That's really tricky.
I like a man who can dress himself really well, but having said that, that's something that can change, and I think style evolves over years anyway,
Right.
and it changes as it goes. Whereas if you've got a bad haircut, we're now stuck with that for however many weeks it takes to grow out.
I'd rather fall in love with someone that gets bad haircuts, because, like, clothes, I feel like, in the first place, that's what's going to attract me. And then, you know, the trim, we could work that out if you put a hat on.
No, the hat's got to come off.
I did actually date someone who had really nice hair, and then, I don't know what happened, he got drunk with his friends and then came back and he had a skinhead. And I was like, you either wear a hat or it's over, B.
Nah, we could work it out still.
Like some
Nah.
jagged hairline.
Like, it really matters to me about what someone wears, you know.
Yeah, to be fair, I think I'm gonna have to choose clothes. There's more clothes than there is hairline.
Would you rather have your ex choose your date or your mum choose your date?
No, my ex, because I feel like I don't have any bad exes, so they'll probably choose someone that makes sense to me.
I think I'd rather my mum choose my date, because like I know my ex is gonna like fuck me up.
But wouldn't they sabotage?
Why? I don't think any of my exes want me back.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think
I don't know. I don't think so.
Comment below.
You have my number.
I would let my ex choose my date, because you know when you're out with your mum and she's like, oh, that guy's good looking, and then you're like, are we looking at the same person?
Yeah, I've never agreed with my mum.
I don't know. I think I would choose my mum. She'd pick like a doctor or a lawyer or someone good.
So what did you think?
I thought it was terrible,
Yeah,
as is every game of Would You Rather.
triggering.
Very triggering. Made me make some decisions that I would never ever want to make again.
They weren't as bad as I thought they'd be.
But the thing is, like, really and truly, like, there's always something you could do about, you could do about it.
I think we have very opposite opinions.
Yeah, and I'm the one without a man, so maybe I should listen to you.
I look so lame, I just know I do.